Once again, greetings, everybody, and welcome to Running Aces. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Post time for the first race, just about 30 minutes away from now. Again, post time 30 minutes away for race number one. The track is fast, and we have one change so far tonight. Race 4, scratch number 4, Chikora. Race 4, scratch number 4.
The dawn of a new day. A silent expectation. A fleeting moment of hope that today could be your day. For the trainers and grooms, it's a lifestyle of immense dedication, responsibility, and patience. This incredible gift of nature has become our passion. We are Minnesota Harness Racing. Standard-bred horses have rich bloodlines reaching back hundreds of years. They have the temperament, the physique, and the heart of a champion. Immensely powerful, exceptionally gentle, the standard-bred horse is built to race and loves every minute of it. It takes up to 2 years of training, 7 days a week, to develop a standard-bred into a racehorse. Personal attention and a one-on-one approach from a team of highly skilled individuals means every standard-bred horse receives the care and training to get them on track to success. These powerful and graceful animals give back in ways that most never witness. An emotional journey marked by dramatic wins, personal achievements, and a life of trust in their handlers. The economy benefits from harness racing. Their presence alone means hundreds of millions of dollars to rural and business economies. After all the training, all the nurturing, and years of anticipation, today is the day to show them what you've got. Start your heart racing. Minnesota Harness Racing.
The way you walk, the way you smile, you got the competition beat by a mile. And when you kiss me like you do, I love the way you do the things you do.
Once again, good evening, everybody. Greetings. Welcome back to Running Aces. We're set to kick off our Memorial Day weekend celebration here tonight. Live racing, first post at 6 o'clock. We're just about 20 minutes away from race number one. We have a lot of great things and fun things going on here at Running Aces tonight. We have the Herps Alive interactive reptile experience out here tonight. Keith Gisser, the handicapping herpetologist, has all of his snakes and lizards and other reptiles out here at the track located just inside the racetrack entrance. So that is over near the hotel building. And near the racetrack apron. Stop by and check out the Reptile experience tonight. Also, we benefit the Magnus Veterans Foundation tonight. They are our featured charity here at the track tonight. They are set up with a table in that same area near the hotel building on the racetrack apron. Please stop by and visit with them. Learn about all the wonderful work that they do for the veterans in our community day in and day out. And they have $20 race packs available if you'd like to support them tonight. Those are $20 for adults, $10 for kids, and it goes directly to benefit the Magnus Veterans Foundation here this evening. We also have sponsored races throughout tonight's program. I want to thank all of the sponsors that are here tonight for Magnus Veterans Foundation. Again, this evening on our Memorial Day weekend celebration, we honor and remember all those who serve and have served our country in order to protect our freedoms, and those, of course, that have given the ultimate sacrifice. We honor and remember those veterans here at Running Aces tonight on our Memorial Day weekend celebration. All right, let's jump into our news and notes segment here tonight as we'll talk about the highlights from the racing action here on Thursday night at Running Aces. We had a great racing program on Thursday night, and the feature race, the Mayor's Open, went to I'm Fancy Like, who paid $4.20 as the second choice and paced a mile in 1:53 and 2 for owners Heart and Soul Racing and trainer Brett Ballinger. Casey Leonard, Captain Casey, was in the bike and worked out a perfect trip, surging past a sharp pace setter Heart Song in the lane to get up and win it. Third win of the season for I'm Fancy Like, and very, very sharp mile in 1:53 and 2. That was the Thursday night feature. Again, Casey Leonard and I'm Fancy Like getting the win over Heart Song, who was a very sharp second. Now, we had the 3-year-old open pace on Thursday night's program as well, and the Golden Ghost with Brady Jensen in the bike, pulled the upset at 14-1, paying back $31 to win. Very exciting finish. The Golden Ghost surging between horses at the wire to get up for a narrow win. New lifetime mark in 1:54 in the 3-year-old open pace, posting that victory for owner Kyle Larner and trainer Justin Amfinson. Again, Brady Jensen in the sulky, and the filly Starstruck Fool was home a close second, and that was a blanket finish at the wire. An exciting race. Set Free finished third. Luke Plano and Brady Jensen both had driving doubles on the Thursday program, and we celebrated Luke Plano on Thursday night because when he won the first race with TJB Secretariat at 7-1 on Thursday night, he eclipsed the $20 million mark in career driver purse earnings. Again, $20 million mark on Thursday night was achieved by our very own Luke Plano. We congratulate him once again. Again, tonight we welcome the Magnus Veterans Foundation on this Memorial Day weekend. The Magnus Veterans Foundation has a mission to heal and honor the veterans and families through community fellowship and also a comprehensive approach to restoring body, heart, mind, and spirit, as well as efforts to bridge the gap between those who serve and those whom they serve. So the Magnus Veterans Foundation doing wonderful work in the community for veterans day in and day out, getting them connected with and supporting them to get the types of services that they need, including health care and many other services. Again, so Magnus Veterans Foundation, very, very vital, important, and very worthy cause and a worthy charity to support here at Running Aces tonight on Memorial Day weekend. Please stop by and visit with them. They're located with their table out on the racetrack apron near the hotel building as well. All right, we also have Pepsi Family Night activities going on tonight, including kids face painting, the trout air fishing experience. The trout pond is open. We have Pepsi Family Night specials. We have kids coloring contests going on. We have our Sunday Soul Survivor contest. Last Sunday night on opening night, we had a jackpot winner, someone taking home $500. And that jackpot is available tonight if anyone can correctly select all winners in Soul Survivor contest. If you have an entry for that, please turn it in before race 2 to have your chance to win. Track condition is fast. Temperatures right around 80 degrees here at Running Aces tonight. We have one change on the program. We're going to give that to you in just a moment. We'll take a look at our top 5 drivers and our top 5 trainers so far this season at Running Aces. Brady Jensen, defending champion driver for the last 2 seasons, has a slight lead right now at the top of the drivers list with 6 wins over Luke Plano in second with 5. And we have Josiah Miller third with 4. We have a tie for 4th right now, Nick Rowland and Casey Leonard. Our top 5 trainers so far this season at Running Aces. Brady Jensen has 4 training wins. Luke Plano has 3 training wins. We have a tie for, well, we have 3rd place going to Josiah Miller with 3 training wins, or a tie for 2nd between Plano and Miller. And then 4th place, we have multiple trainers with 2 training wins so far. Changes on tonight's racing program. As I've mentioned before, we have only the one change so far tonight, and that is in race number 4, which does kick off tonight's Pick 5 jackpot, by the way, and it does have a carryover, 2,500 just about in that Pick 5 jackpot carryover, and scratch number 4, Chikora, in race 4. Scratch number 4, Chikora, in race 4, start of the Pick 5 jackpot, and also featuring High 5 there in the 4th race. That's the only change on tonight's racing program. Horses of the night tonight on this evening's program, and I'm going to be in race number 7 with number 2, Willamar Spark. I think that horse drops down in class and has a bit of a class and speed advantage over a lot of the horses in that field. So I'm going with race 7, number 2, Willamar Spark, as my horse of the night selection. And for Steve Lake, it's in race number 3, number 5, Bustamante Go and Spy. Horse of the night selection for Steve Lake, race 3, number 5. Steve Lake also has a Lakes long shot selection tonight. Race 6, number 6, Mystery Dragon. Race 6, number 6, Mystery Dragon is Lakes long shot this evening. Sure and check out all of our expert handicapping picks on our website. They're available for every live racing night under Live Racing and Handicapping. Steve Lake, our expert handicapper, also throwing out a couple of $20 win bet selections on this evening program, including in race 2, number 2, Fox Valley Groupie, and in race 3, his horse of the night, number 5, Bustamante Go and Spy. With that, let's jump into the handicapping for tonight's first race, which does kick off the 20-cent place pick all. Gets everything into motion tonight, including the early pick 4 as well. 50-cent pick 4 wagering starts in race number 1 as well. Top selection for me here, I'm going with the number 5 horse on top, Go Have Fun. This one won for fun in the Running Aces debut with a very sharp 28-4 final quarter. Up in class slightly, but was absolutely super impressive here in his first local start. Gets the slight nod for me as my top pick in race number 1. I also like the number 3 horse, Peanut Butter Falcon. What's not to like about him? He's just a sensational horse. Now, the question is he ready to go in 156 or perhaps faster? Because likely that's what we're going to see here in race number 1 with the 5 horse in the field. So that's the question, but he definitely has the talent and ability to do it. He was sensational going gate to wire in his season's debut, and I think he has a big chance to step up here against the older horses tonight and really show his abilities even further. So Peanut Butter Falcon, a huge chance as well here. And then number 4 is my third selection in the field. A great effort in his Running Aces return last week. Sharp final quarter, 28-3. 8 for 12 already this season. 8 out of 12 in the top 3 positions already this year for the number 4 horse. That is Braggin' Bliss. So I'm going to go with 5, 3, 4, and 1. Steve Lake likes the 5 as well. Go Have Fun. 5, 3, 1, and 4. And Frank Drucker likes the one horse on top, Big Daddy D, 1, 3, 5, and 4. And don't forget, free tip sheets available at the program stand, provided with selections from veteran industry analyst Frank Drucker. You can pick up your free tip sheets at the program stand with selection numbers and commentary for each race from Frank Drucker. There's a look at my early pick 4 ticket. Go on with the 3 and the 5 in the first race, singling the 2 in the second, 4, 5, and 6 in the third, 1 and 3 in the fourth in my early pick 4 play here tonight. Don't forget, fourth race has the only change on tonight's program, scratch number 4, Chick Cora. Post time for the first race in less than 10 minutes. Good luck, and once again, welcome back to Running Aces. Once again, a reminder, we have LC Food Truck out here at Running Aces tonight. LC Food Truck is out here in the Finish Line Plaza. The Finish Line Plaza, which is way down past the finish line, also has full-service bar and snack bar, as well as wagering opportunity. There's mutual tellers and betting machines, and additional seating as well, and the LC Food Truck. Also, don't forget, turn in your entries for the Soul Survivor contest before race 2. The Trotters for tonight's first race, stepping onto the track for the post parade. No changes in race number 1. It kicks off the early pick 4. Also starts tonight's 20-cent place pick all. Race number 1 tonight is sponsored by 21st Century Bank for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. 21st Century Bank sponsoring race number 1. Here's the field. Number 1 is Big Daddy D, owned by Dave Dobbleman, trained by Rick Bertrand. The driver is Casey Leonard. Number 2 is Talismano, owned by Ron Reddick-Zucchi and Jesse Pacheco, trained by Jesse Pacheco. The General, Mooney Swenson in the bike. Number 3 is Peanut Butter Falcon, the reigning Minnesota Harness Racing Horse of the Year, is owned by Jerry Rowland and trained by Dan Rowland, with the Cisco kid, Scott Cisco, driving. Number 4 is Braggin Bliss, owned by Set the Pace Racing, trained and driven by Downtown Nick Rowland. And rounding out the field is number 5, Go Have Fun, owned by Brady Jensen and Ken Stauffer, and Kathy Desert, trained and driven by Brady Jensen. Now on the track is also number 4, Braggin Bliss. Post time for race 1 in 5 minutes. Horses are on the track, 5 minutes till post. Post time is in 3 minutes. 3 minutes till post. Two-minute call, post time, 2 minutes for race 1. 1 minute. It's your last call to wager in tonight's first race. Post time in less than 1 minute. Race 1 kicks off the early pick 4. Also begins the 20-cent place pick all. It's your last call to wager. 1 minute for race 1. Once again, this evening's first race is sponsored by 21st Century Bank, sponsoring for the Magnus Veterans Foundation here tonight. We thank the 21st Century Bank for the sponsorship for Magnus here this evening, and representatives from 21st Century Bank are welcome in the winner's circle after race 1 to congratulate the first race winner. The starters calling for the horses for race 1. It's post time. They're headed to the gate. Field arrives at the Heartland Standardbred Sales starting gate. Gates rolling. Running aces starter Conrad Rapp and gate driver Andy Keene have the field in motion. Field of 5 here to contest the opener. They're lining up and moving in. First race trotters are on gate. The gate swings around the turn. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. In the backstretch, the gate's picking up speed. There they go. And they're off and trotting and fast away from the outside. Go Have Fun shows early speed between horses Bragg and Bliss, and toward the inside Peanut Butter Falcon. Those three battling out for the top positions as they race around the first turn. And it's gonna be Go Have Fun driving up to take the lead from Bragg and Bliss. And Peanut Butter Falcon got away in the third position. They race to the opening quarter. Back there in fourth is Big Daddy D. And after a miscue, Talismano is way back and trailing. The opening quarter was quick here. 28-1. Trotting in front of us for the first time, showing the way by a length and a half, is Go Have Fun. Go Have Fun is on top over Bragg and Bliss in the pocket second. Right there in line third is Peanut Butter Falcon, and then we have Big Daddy D, and it's a big gap back to a now trotting Talismano who trails the field. They swing around the second turn and trot past the half-mile juncture. Go Have Fun still has the lead. The halftime is up in 58-1, so it was a breather in the second quarter of 30 seconds even. Down the backstretch they go. Go Have Fun leads the way by a length and a half over Bragg and Bliss in second. Peanut Butter Falcon is right there in third position, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Less than 3/8 of a mile to trot. They head on toward the final turn. Big Daddy D toward the inside, racing in fourth. Then it's a dozen lengths or more back to the trailer Talismano. Three-quarter time is up in 1:26-1. Third panel a quick 28 seconds even. Coming toward the top of the stretch, Go Have Fun is the leader. In the pocket is Bragg and Bliss. Up on the outside, here comes Peanut Butter Falcon. Final 1/8 of a mile. On the inside, it's Go Have Fun. On the outside, Peanut Butter Falcon. Bragg and Bliss is back to third. Go Have Fun and Peanut Butter Falcon. Go Have Fun takes them all the way. Go Have Fun wins it again. Peanut Butter Falcon was second. Bragg and Bliss third. 1:54-2. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a new track record here at Running Aces, 154-2 for age trotting mare. Go have fun with a track record performance here tonight.
Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E so I could get some phones rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you search know what's up.
5, 3, 4, and 1. 5, 3, 4, 1.
Shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some, so I said, I'm stuck.
Since these girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex.
We're playing Regulate. Victory song, winning driver Brady Jensen. A track record tonight for Go Have Fun. 154-2. It's also a new lifetime mark for the 5-year-old daughter of Cadabra, owned by Brady Jensen, Ken Stauffer, and Kathy Desert. Trained and driven to victory by Brady Jensen. Go Have Fun puts her name in the record books here this evening. In the first race, again, 154-2. Once again, race number 1 tonight, sponsored by 21st Century Bank for the Magnus Veterans Foundation on our Memorial Day weekend celebration. 5, 3, 4, and 1 here in race 1. Again, track record time, 154-2. It's official.
I laid all them busters down, I let my explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you won't skirt, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of over there on the curb.
Now they got the freaks, and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on N-A-T-E and me, the woman to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot, in need of some desperate.
Here are the payouts in tonight's first race. Number 5, Go Have Fun, 260, 210, and 210. Second, number 3, Peanut Butter Falcon, 220 and 210. Third, number 4, Braggin' Bliss, 220. The $2 exacta, $3.80. 50-cent trifecta, $2, 5 cents. 10-cent superfecta, 47 cents. Here is the order of finish in the first race. Number 1, Big Daddy D was 4th. Number 2, Talismano 5th. 3, Peanut Butter Falcon 2nd. Number 4, Braggin' Bliss 3rd. Number 5, Go Have Fun, the winner. Top down was 4, 5, 2, 3, and 1 on the bottom. Coming up next is your race replay. Race replays here at Running Aces are sponsored by Kearney Insurance of Forest Lake. If high insurance rates have you down, well, call Kearney. Call the Kearney team of Forest Lake. You can rein in the savings. Kearney Insurance of Forest Lake. Second race is up next. No changes in race number 2. 14 minutes until post time. Don't forget the Finish Line Plaza is open. Full service bar, wagering tellers, betting machines, additional seating, and the LC food truck is also located down in the Finish Line Plaza, which is down past the finish line. The live interactive reptile experience, Herp's Alive, is open here tonight until about 8 o'clock, located over near the hotel building on the track apron. Please stop by and visit them, and also please stop by and visit the folks from the Magnus Veterans Foundation, our sponsor charity here this evening. We have many races sponsored for Magnus tonight. You could also support them by purchasing a racing package, $20 for adults, $10 for kids. stop by and learn about all the great things the Magnus Veterans Foundation is doing day in and day out for the veterans in our community. All right, ladies and gentlemen, treated to a track record performance in the first race of the night here tonight at Running Aces. Congratulations to all the connections of Go Have Fun. Trainer driver Brady Jensen going gate to wire. New lifetime mark, 154-2 for the 5-year-old daughter of Cadabra. Also a new track record for aged trotting mares here at Running Aces. Peanut Butter Falcon, a big effort. Fastest effort of his career in second, the reigning horse of the year in Minnesota. A solid second here tonight. And Braggin Bliss, also a great effort in third. Very predictable results and popular results in race number 1, 5, 3, 4, and 1. Brady Jensen kicks off tonight's program with the victory. On we go to the second race. No changes in race number 2. Top selection for me is number 2 here. That is Fox Valley Groupie, who was very impressive in both the qualifier here at Running Aces and the first local start. So this one really motored home in 27-1 final quarter in that most recent effort. Should be very, very tough to beat off of what we saw, like I said, both in the qualifier and in the first local start. Best of the rest in this field for me is number 5 here, and that is Lady Cassinia. Best of the rest for me. Great efforts both in the qualifier and the first local start, or the Running Aces debut as well. Good last quarters from this one as well. And back-to-back good efforts that we've seen here at Running Aces from this one puts her in the exacta for me. Third choice for me is the 4, Best Seat in the House. I think this one, off of a very sharp first over trip last time out, could get a better trip here tonight and could fill out the trifecta. And if she does, I think she'll add some value to the ticket. So I'm throwing number 4, Best Seat in the House, on the ticket in third here in race number 2. 2, 5, 4, and 1 for me. Stephen Lake, very, very similar. 2, 5, 1, and 4. And Frank Drucker, very similar as well. In fact, 2, 5, 1, and 4 also. Race number 2 tonight is sponsored by Keller, Woods, and Thompson Law Firm for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Again, we thank all of our sponsors here tonight for Magnus. Again, race number 2 is sponsored by Keller, Woods, and Thompson. Post time for the second race coming up in just about 8 minutes. Horses stepping onto the track for tonight's second race. A field of 6 pacers here. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta wagering. Second race tonight sponsored by Keller, Woods & Thompson Law Firm for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Number 1 is Luke Skyrocker, owned by Bill Desert, trained and driven by Nick Rowland. Number 2 is Fox Valley Groupie, owned by Hart Walker and Jim Ballinger, trained by Brett Ballinger. The Bobcat, Dean McGee driving. Number 3 is What You Won't Do for Love, owned by Robert and Linda Greider and James Kish and Terry Leonard. Casey Leonard trains. Luke Plano, Cool Hand Luke driving. Number 4, Best Seat in the House, is owned, trained, and driven by Jerry Longo. Jerry Longo driving the 4, Longshot Longo. Number 5 is Lady Ksenia, owned by Robert and Linda Greider and James Kish. Casey Leonard, trainer driver. Captain Casey on the 5, Lady Ksenia. And rounding out the field is number 6, Cheesy Moose, owned by Alan Beals, trained and driven by the Stunner, Gary Rath. Gary Rath has number 6, Cheesy Moose. That's the field for tonight's second race. Post time in 6 minutes. 6 minutes till post. Fans, you could note here in the second race that numbers 3, What You Won't Do for Love, and 5, Lady Ksenia, are half-sisters, both daughters of the mare Lilac Lori. Four minutes, post time, 4 minutes. Three minutes, less than 3. 2 minutes. Post time in just 1 minute. 1 minute to race 2. The starting gate is moving into position for tonight's second race. Starters calling for the field. It's your last chance to wager. Last call for race 2. Once again, this evening's second race is sponsored by Keller, Woods, and Thompson Law Firm for the Magnus Veterans Foundation tonight. Representatives from Keller, Woods, and Thompson are welcome into the winner's circle after race 2 to celebrate with the race 2 winner. Horses arriving at the starting gate. Starting gate at Running Aces is sponsored by the Heartland Standardbred Sale, where the next Minnesota champions are sold each September. The gate's rolling. Pacers lining up and moving in. Heavy favorite on the board is number 2, Fox Valley Groupie, who was sensational in her Running Aces debut. She'll look to try and repeat here tonight. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Field is in the backstretch. They're ready for action. There they go. And they're off and pacing fast away from the inside is Luke Skyrocker along with Fox Valley Groupie. And out in the center, Lady Ksenia shows early speed. They're 3 across the track as they race around the first turn. Getting away in the 4th position is What You Won't Do for Love. Angling in 5th is Cheesy Moose. And the early trailer in 6th is Best Seat in the House, who trails the field. The field is covered by 7.5 or 8 lengths as they race by the opening quarter. And now taking command is the big favorite, Fox Valley Groupie, and the Bobcat Dean McGee. Now they're on top, 27-3 for the quarter. They pace in front of us for the first time, getting the pocket ride. Luke Skyrocker is right there in 2nd position, and then in the 3rd spot as they race over toward the half mile. Dropping in 3rd, Lady Ksenia. Then we come back to What You Won't Do for Love next, and further back in the field is Cheesy Moose, and still the trailer is Best Seat in the House as they race past the half. Halftime is up in 57-3, second quarter in 30 seconds even. A nice breather for the big favorite and the leader, Fox Valley Groupie. Down the backstretch of Running Aces with 3/8 of a mile to go. Fox Valley Groupie by a length and a quarter. Luke Skyrocker is racing right there in the 2nd position as they make their way on toward the far turn. Lady Ksenia is next. And now they swing around the turn, passing 3/4 up on the outside. Best Seat in the House closing from the back into the 4th position. And they're at 3/4 now. And and the time is up in 1:25 and 3, and they come toward the top of the stretch after a fast 28-second third quarter, and Fox Valley Groupie has the lead. Now a clear second, Lady Cassinia giving chase, and Luke Skyrocker is back to third, followed by Best Seat in the House, but it's all Fox Valley Groupie as advertised. Fox Valley Groupie much the best again tonight over Lady Cassinia second, well back to a photo for third between Best Seat in the House and Luke Skyrocker. 1:52 and 3 tonight. The track is fast. Number 2, Fox Valley Groupie was first. Number 5, Lady Cassinia was second. Photo finish for third and fourth. Hold all tickets. Two, 5, 4, and 1. The top four finishers, 2, 5, 4, and 1.
Musical instruments.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher.
We're playing Low Rider by War. It's a victory song for Dean McGee, the Bobcat. Dean McGee is headed back to the Gulf Shores Winner's Circle at Running Aces after race 2 tonight. A very sharp win for Fox Valley Groupie, a new lifetime mark in 1:52 and 3. That is 2 wins in a row, 2 for 2 in 2026 is Fox Valley Groupie, a 4-year-old daughter of Some Star Somewhere, owned by Hart Walker and Jim Ballinger, trained by Brett Ballinger. Again, Dean McGee, the winning driver. Fox Valley Groupie joins the folks in the winner's circle from Keller, Woods, and Thompson Law Firm, sponsors here tonight for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Results of the second race official. Race 2 official.
Low rider, don't use no gas now.
Here are the payouts in tonight's second race. Winner number 2, Fox Valley Groupie, 220, 210, 210. Second number 5, Lady Cassinia, 240 and 210. Third number 4, Best Seat in the House, 340. The $2 exacta paid $3 even. 50-cent trifecta is $6.20. The 10-cent super, $2.62. Here is the order of finish in the second race. Number 1, Luke Skyrocker, was 4th. Number 2, Fox Valley Groupie, the winner. Number 3, What You Won't Do for Love, 6. Number 4, Best Seat in the House, 3rd. Number 5, Lady Cassinia, 2nd. Number 6, Cheesy Moose, 5th. Top of the program down. 4, 1, 6, 3, 2, and 5 on the bottom. Coming up next will be race number 3. Tonight's third race is sponsored by Murray and Associates. Murray and Associates, sponsors of race 3 for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Post time is in 15 minutes. 15 minutes to race 3. There are no changes in the third race, and it starts tonight's early pick 3. On now is your race replay, sponsored by Kearney Insurance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick look at your photo finish for that third position in race number 2. It got tight on the wire for third. No doubt about the top 2 horses, as we had a very sharp performance from Fox Valley Groupie. Lady Casinia close up second there in race number 2, and another fast mile, 152 and 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this evening our featured charity out here at the track on our Memorial Day weekend celebration is the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Does fantastic work day in and day out, working very hard out there in the community for our veterans. We're going to send it down by the finish line, and we're going to hear a special message right now from the Magnus Veterans Foundation.
Is this thing on? Hey, everybody. My name is Lieutenant Colonel retired Sean Alderman. What a beautiful day for a race, huh? Thank God the cold days are behind us and we got beautiful summertime ahead of us. Hey, at the Magnus Veterans Foundation, we take care of our veterans and their families, 100% free of charge. Last year, we delivered over $1.4 million in free care to our veterans and their families. Thank you. And that's thanks to people like you that are here today and patriotic companies like Running Aces. So before I go on, I want to present a small token of our appreciation to Running Aces. This is basically a plaque of appreciation. Thank you so much for your support of our veterans and their families. And guys, we can't forget what this weekend's all about, what tomorrow's all about. At the Magnus Veterans Foundation, we remember and honor our fallen by caring for their family members and their fellow soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines. You can get involved with the Magnus Veterans Foundation if you want to be part of the Magnus movement. One, if you're a veteran, you're a family member of a veteran, sign up. It's 100% free to you. You've already earned it. If you want to support veterans and their families, see the tent over there, the Magnus Veterans Foundation, or go to magnusveteransfoundation.org. And then finally, guys, sometime tonight, as you look across this field and you see one of those beautiful American flags out there, I want you to remember our fallen and say a prayer for their family. God bless you all, and God bless our great nation.
Thank you, and thank you so much for all the wonderful work you're doing day in and day out for our veterans. Third race is up next. Started the early pick 3. Post time in less than 10 minutes for race number 3. Don't forget the finish line plaza is open. The LC food truck is located outside in the finish line plaza. There's a full service bar, also a snack bar down there. There's also betting windows or mutual tellers, as well as betting machines and additional seating in the finish line plaza located outside down past the finish line. Quick look at tonight's third race selections. Wyoming Bound is a top pick for me here. Good effort on the front end in season's debut. A similar try tonight, I think, should do the job for Wyoming Bound. So that's my top selection, the 6 horse. Number 5, a decent try last Sunday for Busta Minda Goin' Spy. Nick Rowland in the bike should have an exacta shot in this group with a similar type of effort here again tonight. So 6, 5, and also throwing in number 4, SV Shining Star. Now this is a horse that could jump up and surprise. Has been impressive at the fair, was very impressive as a 2-year-old last season here at Running Aces. Could offer some value as well. I think this is a must-use horse in the top 3. I'm going 6, 5, and 4, and 1 here in race number 3. Steve Lake, 5, 7, 4, and 6. Frank Drucker, 6, 5, 4, and 1. Good luck here in the third race. And don't forget, we have pick 3 wagering, 50-cent pick 3s starting here. And the Trotters for tonight's third race are making their way onto the track. The third race tonight of Running Aces, sponsored by Murray and Associates, CPAs. They're sponsoring tonight for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Here is the field. Number 1 is Anitra's Dance, owned by Susan and Ulf Holm Johansson, trained by Ulf Holm Johansson, the driver Brady Jensen. Number 2 is Wisco Money Heist, owned by Alexia Kale and Sean Smith-Peters, trained by Alexia Kale, the driver Luke Plano. Cool hand, Luke. Number 3 is I'm Jumpin' Jack Flash, owned by Dave Dobbleman and Adrian Marin, trained by Rick Bertrand, Captain Casey Leonard driving. Number 4 is SV Shining Star, owned by Jay DeLong and trained by Justin Infanson with Slick Rick McGee. Number 5, Bustaminda Goin' Spy, owned by Jessica Johnson, trained and driven by Downtown Nick Rowland. Number 6, Wyoming bound, owned and trained by Jenny King with the Cisco kid, Scott Cisco in the bike. And rounding out the field is number 7, Spicy Moneymaker, owned by Joshua Horvat and trained by Katie Horvat. The Bobcat, Dean McGee, has the lines on number 7, Spicy Moneymaker. That's your third race field, start of the early pick 3. Post time in 6 minutes. Post time in just over 3 minutes, to race 3. Post time in 2 minutes. 1 minute, just 1 minute till post time. The starting gate moving into position for tonight's third race. It's your last call to wager. Starters calling for the third race field. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's third race is sponsored by Murray and Associates CPAs. Representatives from Murray and Associates, welcome into the winner's circle after tonight's third race to help celebrate the third race winner. Murray and Associates sponsoring race 3 for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. The horses arriving at the gate. The Heartland Standardbred Sale starting gate in motion. Trotters are lining up and moving in for tonight's third race. The favorites on the board include number 5, Bustamante Going Spy is currently 2-1 on the board. Number 4, SV Shining Star at 5-2. Number 6, Wyoming Bound, currently 4-1. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Third race trotters, a field of 7 in behind the gate of Running Aces. The gate's picking up speed in the back stretch now. There they go. They're off and trotting, and Bustamante Going Spy is fast off the mark and out from the center to take the lead as they dash into the first turn. And from the inside, Anitra's Dance shows some speed from second. Out the center of the track, looking to come on from third position is SV Shining Star. Then we have Wisco Money Heist. Then out wide was Wyoming Bound, who's looking for a position, is going to back all the way back to drop in the 6th position behind Mime Jump and Jack Flash, and Spicy Moneymaker at the back of the pack as well. The opening quarter, 28-3. In front of us for the first time and settled on the lead, Bustamante Going Spy shows the way by a length and a quarter. Right there in the pocket in second is SB Shining Star, who got that pocket seat in front of Anitra's Dance in the third position, followed by Wisco Money Heist as they round the turn. And then we have further back in the field as they make the way past the half-mile juncture. We come back to I'm Jumpin' Jack Flash and Wyoming Bound and Spicy Moneymaker, and they're halfway home in 59 seconds even. The race down the backstretch, that second quarter was a big breather, 30-2. Bustamante Going Spy has the lead with 3/8 of a mile to go, leads it by almost 2. Racing in second, SB Shining Star. Launching to the outside from the back of the pack, getting rolling. Here comes Spicy Moneymaker up on the outside, now third, now coming after second. Dropping back, I'm Jumpin' Jack Flash toward the inside, Anitra's Dance. Anitra's Dance fourth, and then getting underway from the back of the pack quickly is Wyoming Bound. Then we come back to I'm Jumpin' Jack Flash and Wisco Money Heist. 3 quarters, 129-1. Third quarter, 30-1. Set to turn for home. Bustamante Going Spy still has the lead in the pocket. SB Shining Star on the outside. Spicy Moneymaker far outside. Wyoming Bound in the final 16th of a mile, still going strong. Bustamante Going Spy. Bustamante Going Spy delivers. 1:59. Bustamante Going Spy did it all the way over SB Shining Star and Anitra's Dance. 5, 4, 1, and 7. The top four finishers, 5, 4, 1, and 7.
I went to the moped store. The salesman's like, what up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about moped.
Hold all tickets, please. The inquiry sign is posted. Hold all tickets until it's official.
Windshield, banana seat, a canopy on two wheels. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed downtown.
Inquiry concerns the unofficial fourth place finisher. Again, hold all tickets until the race is official. Inquiry and concerns number 7, unofficial fourth place finisher.
Cash in the tank, cash in the bank, in a bad little mama. To my face, I'm a break her off, kick gas, stuck her in backstage. You don't need a wristband, dope. Killing the game, that's past the heartbeat. Dookie, I'm the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman, damn man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep it hell in 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack and cop a Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody, hella raw pesto wasabi. I'm so low that my was almost dragging up on the concrete. My seat is leather, I ride a mine, it's pleather, but girl, we can still ride together. You don't need an Uber, you don't need a cab.
We're playing Downtown by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis for Nick Rowland, the winning driver here in tonight's third race. All-time running aces leading driver Nick Rowland headed back to the winner's circle, capturing victory tonight in a lifetime best mile, 1:59 for the 4-year-old mare Busta Minda Goin' Spy, daughter of Broadway or Bust, owned by Jessica Johnson. Trained and driven to victory by Nick Rowland. First win of the season, 7th career win. A new lifetime mark, 1:59 for Busta Minda Goin' Spy. Again, tonight's third race, sponsored by Murray and Associates for the Magnus Foundation. Again, the steward's inquiry is posted here in race number 3. It does concern the unofficial fourth place finisher. Possible violation of the braking rule at the finish. Please hold all tickets until this race is official. The number 7 horse Spicy Moneymaker. Possible violation of the braking rule at the finish. Hold all tickets until it's official. Ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be a disqualification here of number 7, Spicy Moneymaker, for a violation of the braking rule at the finish. Was lapped on while off stride at the finish wire. Going to be disqualified from 4th and placed 5th. Again, there will be a disqualification. Number 7, Spicy Moneymaker, violation of the braking rule at the finish wire. Was lapped on while off stride at the finish. Disqualified from 4th and placed 5th. Placed 4th, number 6, Wyoming Bound. Number 6, Wyoming Bound was 5th, now placed 4th. Top 4 numbers are now 5, 4, 1, and 6 here in race 3. 5, 4, 1, and 6. Now the results of the third race, 5, 4, 1, and 6, official. 5, 4, 1, 6, official. Here are the payouts in tonight's third race. Number 5, Bust a Mind to Go and Spy, $4.20, $280-220. Second, number 4, SV Shining Star, $5.20 and $3.20. Third, number 1, Anitra's Dance, $2.80. $2 exacta paid $19. The 50-cent trifecta, $26.85. The 10-cent superfecta, 5, 4, 1, and 6, $16.32. Here is the order of finish in tonight's third race. Number 1, Anitra's Dance, was third. Number 2, Wisco Money High, 7. 3, I'm Jumpin' Jack Flash, 6. 4, SV Shining Star, 2. 5, Busta Minda Goin' Spy, the winner. Number 6, Wyoming Bound, 5th, placed 4th. Number 7, Spicy Moneymaker, 4th, placed 5th. Again, that disqualification was for a violation of the braking rule, lapped on brake at the finish wire. Fourth race is up next tonight. Scratch number 4, Chikora. That is the only change on this evening's racing program. Upcoming fourth race, scratch number 4, Chikora. Fourth race tonight features Pick 5 jackpot wagering as well as High 5 or Pentafecta wagering. High 5 and Pick 5 jackpot. Carryover 5 jackpot currently stands just around $2,500. It starts in race 4, 20-cent Pick 5 wagering. The fourth race tonight is sponsored by Barton, Walter, and Cryer, business advisors for the Magnus Foundation. 14 minutes till post time for race 4. All right, you had your race replay sponsored by Kearney Insurance there for race number 3, and the photo finish is up. And we did have a formful result again as the favorite came through, and Steve Lake's horse of the night selection for expert handicapper Steve Lake. That was Busta Minda Go and Spy, the number 5 horse there in the third race, getting the job done. Shaved almost 2 full seconds off of the previous career best timing. New lifetime mark, 159 flat. Our track crew has this track in superior condition, very fast track out here tonight, as you can see from the times that are coming through so far this evening. And again, as I mentioned, the favorite in race number 3, Bustamante Going Spy for Team Roland, Jessica Johnson, the winning owner, Downtown Nick Roland, trainer driver, new lifetime mark in 159. 5-4, 1-6 after it was all said and done. The 7 horse was off stride at the finish wire and lapped on by the number 6 horse, Wyoming Bound. That was the change. Disqualified from 4th and placed 5th. Behind the horse that he was lapped on to, and that was the number 6, Wyoming Bound. 5-4, 1-6. All right, race number 4 is up next. We got Pick 5 Jackpot, almost $2,500 in the carryover jackpot. Going into this wager tonight, starts here, 20 cents gets you involved. You could be the next jackpot winner at Running Aces. It all starts here in the 4th race. We also have High Five Wagering, 50-cent Pentafecta or High Five Wagering featured. Scratch number 4, Chikora. The Chikora, who was the top selection across the board originally here, is scratched. So we are down to a field of 8 here. After the scratch, I land on the number 3 horse. That's Bang Bang Boogie, who was impressive in his Tuesday effort here at Running Aces. Moves on top after the scratch of the number 4 horse. But again, very impressive here on Tuesday was Bang Bang Boogie, coming through at 4-1 on the board to get the victory. Rick McGee in the bike. I think this horse plays big. Go to number 1 here. This one put in a good effort. Wilmar Bucky on Tuesday, draws inside, has the post advantage here. Definite top 3 horse for me is this one, Wilmar Bucky, with the services of Mooney Swenson. And then we'll go to the number 7 horse. Brady Jensen in the bike on Harper Hanover. Made a big move last time out. Middle stages of the race, wound up flattening out just a bit after that big move, but could be tighter tonight with a trip over this track. Definitely a threat here, as overall has faced some tougher horses and some faster races than a lot of horses in this field. So number 7, definitely a horse you must consider strongly here, Harper Hanover. I'm going to go 3, 1, 7, 5, and 8. Steve Lake after the scratch, 3, 7, 1, 6, 5. Frank Drucker, 3, 7, 1, 6, 5. Trotters stepping onto the track for tonight's fourth race, High Five Wagering and Pick 5 Jackpot Wagering. Tonight's fourth race is sponsored by Barton, Walter, and Cryer for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Here's the field. Number 1 is Wilmar Bucky. The General Mooney Swenson is driving for Jeannie Marcus, Jay DeLong, and trainer Justin Amundsen. Number 2 is Mio L. Valentine, owned by Robin Beckling, trained and driven by the assassin, Brian Deachin. Number 3 is Bang Bang Boogie, owned by Stephanie Amundsen and Ken Stauffer, trained by Justin Amundsen, Slick Rick McGee, the driver. The 4 is out. Number 5 is Model Good Looks, owned by Larry Jensen and Ken Stauffer, trained by Brady Jensen with the Gladiator, Brandon Jensen driving. Number 6 is Fun Pack, owned by John and Jeanette Anderson. John Anderson trains. The Bobcat, Dean McGee drives. Number 7 is Harper Hanover, owned by Brady Jensen and Ken Stauffer, trained and driven by Brady Jensen. Number 8 is That Even a Question, owned by Jerry Rowland, trained by Amanda Frazier with driver Scott Cisco. And rounding out the field is number 9, Call Her Daddy, owned by Set the Pace Racing and Dale Hine, trained and driven by Nick Rowland. That's the field for tonight's fourth race. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first leg of the 2026 Banker Volo Trotting Series. Most of you remember Banker Volo as one of the top trotters here at Running Aces for many years, from 2016 all the way up into 2020, and also a top stallion in the state of Minnesota for several years. And his legacy lives on with Horse of the Year prodigy, including Rush to the Bank and Iron Sharpens Iron. Banker Volo, honored and remembered with the Banker Volo Trotting Series here. It starts in race 4. Good luck. Post time in 5 minutes. Post time in just 4 minutes. 4 minutes to race 4. Post time in less than 3 minutes. Less than 3. 1 minute. The starting gate is moving into position for tonight's fourth race. It's your last call to wager. Last call for race 4. Trotters are making their way to the Heartland Standardbred Sale starting gate for the first leg of the Banker Volo Trotting Series. The heavy favorite on the board is number 3, Bang Bang Boogie, a very sharp winner last time out. Looks to make it 2 in a row here tonight with Rick McGee in the bike. Gates rolling. Field is in behind the starting gate. Gate swings around the turn. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. Trotters all lined up behind the gate. Gapping off the gate a bit is Call Her Daddy. There they go. And they're off and trotting, and on a break at the start went the 7 Harper Hanover. Harper Hanover jumped it off at the start as they dash into the first turn, charging out and looking for the early lead as they make their way toward the opening quarter-mile mark is Mio L. Valentine, and charging up here comes Bang Bang Boogie. And then we have Wilmar Bucky, who's a close-up third as Bang Bang Boogie takes over the lead at 1-5 on the board. Checks him in at the quarter in 29 seconds even, and they trot in front of us for the first time. Bang Bang Boogie has settled on top. And racing in the second position is Mio L. Valentine, trotting in third. Wilmar Bucky is 2 lengths in front of Model Good Looks next. And then we have Is That Even a Question, racing in the 5th position as they swing around the turn. We come further back to the trailers, including Fun Pack and Call Her Daddy and Harper Hanover at the back after that miscue. The halftime is up in 59 seconds even. Down the backstretch they go. They're chasing the big favorite, Bang Bang Boogie, who leads the way by a length and a half with 3/8 of a mile to go. Mio L. Valentine giving chase in the pocket second. Then we have Wilmar Bucky, Model Good Looks up on the outside and charging up now as they race on toward the far turn. Here comes Is That Even a Question, looking about a challenge. So back to fourth is Wilmar Bucky, and then Model Good Looks. 3/4 time is up in 1:28.4. Third quarter 29.4. Is That Even a Question is right up alongside the leader, Bang Bang Boogie, coming toward the top of the stretch. Bang Bang Boogie, Is That Even a Question? Those two battling as they come to the top of the lane, and close up in that third position, angling out is Mio L. Valentine through the lane. It's Bang Bang Boogie, and Is That Even a Question? Is That Even a Question? Gets up to win it over Bang Bang Boogie, and then home in the third position across the wire in 1:58 flat. We had a photo for third and fourth. Home in third was Fun Pack. Model Good Looks fourth. Again, that mile in 1:58. Photo finish called. Photo finish in race 4. 8, 3, 6, and 5 posted. 8, 3, 6, and 5. 25 to 1 on the winner. 25 to 1 on the board.
Cisco Kid was a friend of mine. The Cisco Kid was a friend of mine. He drink whiskey, Pancho drink the wine.
We're playing the Cisco Kid by War. It's the victory song for the Cisco Kid. Scott Cisco, he's back to the Gulf Shores winner's circle with the fourth race winner number 8. Is that even a question at 25 to 1? The connections of the great banker Volo himself, Jerry Rowland, the winning owner. Amanda Frazier, the winning trainer. Scott Cisco's stable. Scott Cisco, the winning driver. First win of the season, third career victory, a new lifetime mark by 10 seconds. 1:58 tonight. For Is That Even a Question? Very impressive here tonight. Getting by Bang Bang Boogie late to win it at 25 to 1. Is that even a question with the Cisco Kid? Again, the fourth race tonight sponsored by Barton, Walter, and Cryer for the Magnus Foundation. And it's official. Results of the fourth race are now official. Race 4 official. Here are the payouts in tonight's fourth race. The winner, number 8, Is That Even a Question? $52, $11.80, $7.20. Second, number 3, Bang Bang Boogie, $2.40, $2.20. Third, number 6, Fun Pack, $5.80. $2 exacto, $113.60. The 50-cent trifecta, $145.30. Tonight's early pick 4, $53.50. $53.50 for a 50-cent pick 4. No winners in the high 5. We have a carryover, $989 carryover for race 8 for the pentafecta or high 5 wager. The order of finish for the fourth race. Number 1, Wilmar Bucky was 6th. Number 2, Mio Al Valentine, 7th. Correction, number 2, Mio Al Valentine, 8th. Number 3, Bang Bang Boogie, 2nd. The 4, Chikora was scratched. Number 5, Model Good Looks, 4th. Number 6, Fun Pack was 3rd. Number 7, Harper Hanover, 5th. Number 8, Is That Even a Question? The winner. And number 9, Call Her Daddy, 7th. Top of the program down, 672. Scratch 43517 on the bottom. Winning time was 1:58. Race number 5 is up next on the program. Starts tonight's late pick 4, which is guaranteed at $3,000. The late pick 4 pool will be well in excess of that amount. Pick 4 wagering for 50 cents starts in race 5. There are no changes in tonight's late pick 4. Races 5, 6, 7, and 8, no changes. Post time for race 5 in 14 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kearney Insurance race replay completed. Here's a look at that photo finish in race number 4. Is that even a question at 25-1? Well, if you had any questions about the number 8 horse, boy, did he give you some answers in race number 4 tonight. 158 flat, a new lifetime mark by 10 full seconds. Every single race so far tonight, new lifetime marks across the board. A huge effort for the front runner there. Bang Bang Boogie just got caught at the wire by the big long shot. Is that even a question? And a very special win for owner Jerry Rowland. Congratulations to Dan and Jerry Rowland, of course, the owners and campaigners of the great Banker Volo. They capture the first leg of the Banker Volo series tonight. Big congratulations to trainer Amanda Frazier getting her first Running Aces victory. And Scott Cisco, the Cisco kid, in the sulky in race number 4 brings home the big long shot. Is that even a question? Up next is the feature race on this evening's program. It's the Jonas K race of the night. Jonas K is currently the biggest value in Minnesota harness racing breeding, and Jonas K sponsors our race of the night each night here at Running Aces. This is the open handicap trot where Chapelet is going to try and repeat, but the question is, will he be able to do so? Because this is a very, very sharp field. There are no slouches in this feature race field. And I'm going to go back to Escaper, who I picked on top last week, and he put in a huge effort. But Chapelet had all the right answers last week. Will Escaper be able to get revenge on Chapelet tonight? That's the big question. But Escaper was the horse that dominated the open trots here with 8 wins at Running Aces last summer and loves this racetrack. I'm going to give my nod slightly to the 4 Escaper over number 5 Chapelet. Again, there are no slouches in this field. I'm going to throw in the top all-time Minnesota trotter who's in this field. Bring over the money in my top 3 selection. So I'm going to go 4, 5, and 3. Steve Lake on 5, 4, and 2. Chapelet on top, and Frank Drucker also on 5, 4, and 2. Chapelet. Race number 5 kicks off the late pick 4. 50 cents to play the pick 4. No changes in the pick 4 tonight, and post time in 10 minutes. Post parade for the feature race. Race number 5 is up next. It's a Jonas K race of the night. And race number 5 is also sponsored this evening by Certified Development Company. Again, TCM sponsoring race 5 tonight for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Number 1 is Iron Sharpens Iron. Owned by Dan Rowland, also trained by Dan Rowland with driver Scott Sisko. Number 2 is BP's Lucky Star, owned by Rick Huffman and Brenda Levetinsky. Rick Huffman trains the General Mooney Swenson, the driver. Number 3 is Bring Over the Money. Scooby is owned by Joshua Horvat, trained by Katie Horvat. The Bobcat, Dean McGee, the driver. Number 4, Escapers, owned by Roddy Boy Forever Racing Stable, trained by Harold Herrera, the driver Rick McGee. And completing the field is number 5, Chapolier or Chapelet, owned, trained, and driven by Luke Plano. That's the field for the feature race. They're on the track. They are getting ready for race 5, start of the late pick 4. You have 6 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that we have live racing all summer long here at Running Aces every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night. Every Tuesday night, we have dollar night, dollar hot dogs, $2 beers, and other dollar specials as well on Tuesdays. First race at 7 p.m. Thursday nights are Thirsty Thursday with great drink specials and great racing. Post time at 6 o'clock on Thursdays. Family night every Sunday. First race at 6 p.m. We have food trucks out here at the track on most race nights. The Trout Air Fishing Experience is open every live racing night. And we have great promotions going on throughout the season. Check out your racing program for the upcoming events here at Running Aces on race nights. And you can also check out our website, runaces.com, with our full racing schedule and schedule of special events for the entire summer. We hope to see you out here for many more winning and fun occasions here at Running Aces this summer. Race number 5 is up next. You have 3 minutes to race 5. Post time in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes to race 5. Happy birthday shout outs to Taylor Jensen and Brianna Jensen. Happy birthday to both Taylor and Brianna Jensen. 1 minute. It's your last call to wager for tonight's fifth race. Post time in less than 1 minute. Once again, the fifth race tonight sponsored for the Magnus Foundation by TCM. We invite representatives from TCM to join the Race 5 winner in the winner's circle after the race. Again, Race 5 tonight sponsored by TCM for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. The gate is moving into position. Horses are called to the gate for Race 5. Gates rolling. Top level trotters lining up and moving in. Big favorite on the board at 1-2 is last week's winner, Chapelet, number 5. Second choice at 5-2 is Escaper. That's number 4. And it's wide open on the board for third right now. Fielding behind the gate, playing catch up, is number 1, Iron Sharpens Iron. Starting gate arrives at the top of the backstretch. Jonas K, race of the night, start of the late pick 4. They're lined up, they're picking up speed. There they go. And they're off and trotting and fast away from between horses, showing some early speed as they dash into the first turn is Bring Over the Money. Then on the outside, Escaper, and far outside, Chapelet comes on as well as they race around the first turn and head toward the opening quarter-mile mark. And it will be Escaper to take the lead with Chapelet charging up on the outside second. Bring Over the Money away in the third position as they round the turn. Then we come back to Iron Sharpens Iron and BP's Lucky Star, opening quarter in 28 seconds even. Working hard to take the lead is the big favorite, Chapelet, who went off at 2-5, settles on top just before the 3/8 mark. They have one full circuit to go. Racing in the pocket now, Escaper gets the trip in second. Close up third is Bring Over the Money as they round the turn and make their way past the half-mile juncture. Iron Sharpens Iron is in fourth position, and BP's Lucky Star, the trailer. Field is covered only by 5.5, 6 lengths. The halftime in 57-1. A leisurely second quarter in 29-1 for the top trotters down the backstretch of Running Aces. 3/8 of a mile left to go. The one to catch is Chapelet. Right there in the pocket is Escaper. And then in third position, now moving up on the outside and looking to close in is Iron Sharpens Iron. And back to fourth, Bring Over the Money and BP's Lucky Star at the tail of the field. But they're only covered by 5 lengths at 3/4 in 1:26-1. Third quarter in 29. Coming toward the top of the stretch, Chapelet and Cool Hand Luke still with the lead. Right there in the pocket is Escaper, who starts to angle out from second. It's Chapelet on the inside, Escaper down the center of the track as they straighten away with 1/8 of a mile to go. Chapelet is still going strong, and Chapelet is going to do it again. 2 in a row for Chapelet. Chapelet won it over Escaper's second. BP's Lucky Star was up for third, 154-4. Number 5, Chapelet first. Number 4, Escapers second. Photo finish for third. In the photograph, number 2, BP's Lucky Star finished third.
Quit, don't listen what I'm told. Help me forget that this world is so cold. I don't even know what I'm chasing no more. Tell me what I want, just keep searching on. It's never enough, cup after cup. Not the, I wouldn't get one if I could find a flaw. In the car, and I put that on my mama. Yeah, my car, talking about some drama. I swear there ain't no time for women on the karma. It's see the karma. Man, I just wanna go flex. Gold on my teeth and on my neck. And I'm stone cold with the flex with the squad, and I'm smoking up a check.
We're playing a little Post Malone, Go Flex, the winning song for winning driver Luke Plano. Cool Hand Luke headed back to the Gulf Shores Winners Circle of Running Aces in tonight's feature race with Chapelet. Chapelet wins again, 2 in a row, 2 for 2 here at Running Aces. It's his third win of the season, 36th career victory, 154-4 this evening for Chapelet. It's his seasonal best. It's his 36th career win. He's owned, trained, and driven to victory by Luke Plano. Once again, Luke Plano eclipsed the $20 million mark in career driver earnings here at Running Aces on Thursday night. Chapelet, the winner, is by Chapter 7. It's official. Once again, we want to thank sponsors TCM, race sponsors in Race 5 for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Here are the payouts in the fifth race. Number 5, Chapelet, 280, 210, and 210. Second, number 4, Escaper, 220 and 210. And third, number 2, BP's Lucky Star, 240. $2 exacted, $3.80. 50-cent trifecta, $1.80. The 50-cent pick 3, $46.95. The pick 3 numbers were 5, 8, and 5. 5, 8, 5, 50-cent pick 3, $46.95. Here's the order of finish. Number 1, Iron Sharpens Iron, 5. 2, BP's Lucky Star, 3. Number 3, Bring Over the Money, 4. Number 4 is Escaper, 2. And number 5, Chapelet, the race winner. Top down was 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. Again, that mile, 154 and 4. Race number 6 is up next on this evening's program. It is sponsored by AK Material Handling Services or Systems. AK Materials sponsors race 6 tonight. Starts the late pick 3. There are no changes. No changes in races 6, 7, or 8. Post time is in 14 minutes for race 6. Okay, Carney Insurance sponsored race replay for race number 5. There's a look at BP's Lucky Star getting up for the third position there to complete that trifecta. Very logical numbers coming in once again in race number 5. And the hats off go to the connections. Well, owner, trainer, driver Luke Plano and team for Chapelet or Chapelier, which means hat maker in French. And hats off to the team for Chapelier, who 2 weeks in a row, the best in the open. And Escaper giving good chase, but not able to get to Chapelet in the feature race, as you have 5, 4, and 2 as your trifecta result. And we move on to race number 6 to kick off tonight's late pick 3. And we do have no changes in the pick 3 sequence. So races 6, 7, and 8 are clear. We want to thank all of the sponsors for the Magnus Veterans Foundation here tonight. This race, coming up, race 6, is sponsored by AK Material. And we thank them. And we hope to invite them into the winner's circle after race 6 with the winner. Let's find out who it's going to be. We're about 12 minutes away from post time. Do have Lake's long shot in this race. Number 6, Mystery Dragon. Our expert handicapper Steve Lake has connected on his horse of the night tonight and both of his $20 win bet plays on this evening's program. So here is Steve Lake's long shot. Number 6, Mystery Dragon. Here in race number 6, I have number 3, Anta de Campo on top for the Summer Flingers. Giving a nod here to Anta de Campo, who suffered interference. Getting ready to turn for home. He was ready to make his move, and he was close up to the pace. Had a shot there, did Anta de Campo, or Giannis. Had some serious interference near the top of the stretch there. Went off stride. Wound up finishing 5th. But definitely looks sharp. Was very sharp at Cannon Falls. A very good chance here, I believe, Anta de Campo for the Summer Flingers. I'm going with him on top. I like his chances. Rick McGee in the bike. I'm going to go to number 8. Tough pose position, but mark in the box. One of the faster and class level type better horses in this field, and has a history of very, very good success here at Running Aces in the past as well. I don't love the post position, that's for sure, post 8, but definitely has a shot here. We'll go with mark in the box in the exact, and definitely a major threat. And we'll throw in number 2 here as well. This is Love is Blue. How about the closing effort for Love is Blue with Gary Rath last time out? Came absolutely flying from the back of the pack to pick up some of the money late. So this could be a threat for the trifecta and could offer some value as well here in race number 6. I'm on 3, 8, 2, and 4. Steve Lake. Lake's long shot selection again. Mystery Dragon, his top pick here. Thinks a long shot chance in race number 6. So 6, 3, 8, and 2. And Frank Drucker has the 8. Mark in the box. 8, 3, 4, and 2. We'll take a look at our pick 3 tickets, late pick 3 tickets from myself and Steve Lake. Again, no changes in tonight's late pick 3. Good luck here. Races 6, 7, and 8. Pacers making their way onto the track for tonight's 6th race, sponsored by AK Material Handling Systems for the Magnus Veterans Foundation on our Memorial Day weekend celebration program here tonight. Here's the field for race 6. Number 1 is Dustin the Others, owned by Gerald Haynes, trained by John Anderson, driver Nick Rowland. Number 2 is Love is Blue, owned by Gary and Kay Rath, trained and driven by the stunner Gary Rath. Number 3 is the Greek Freak, Antetokounmpo, owned by the Summer Fling Racing League and Rick McGee, trained by Michaela Delgides, Rick McGee's and the Sulky. Number 4 is Misty Cove, owned by Jose Cervantes, trained by Eddie Hernandez, the driver Mooney Swenson, the general. Number 5, My Art Belongs to Rock, owned by Natalie Tremblay and Wendy Weiner, trained by Natalie Tremblay with the Cisco Kid, Scott Cisco driving. Number 6, Mystery Dragon, owned and trained by Rick Bertrand with driver Casey Leonard, Captain Casey. Number 7 is Chase the Gold, owned by QKS Racing and trained by Quentin Schneider with Cool Hand Luke Plano in the bike. And rounding out the field for race 6 tonight is number 8, Mark in the Box, owned, trained, and driven by Brady Jensen. That's the field for race 6, start of the late pick 3. 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes till post. Post time in just 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Post time, 3 minutes, 3. Two minutes. It's your last call to wager in tonight's 6th race. The starting gate is moving into position. The starter is calling for the field. Last call for race 6. Once again, tonight's 6th race at Running Aces, sponsored for the Magnus Foundation by AK Material. Horses arriving at the Heartland Standardbred Sales starting gate. It's post time. Favorites on the board include number 3, Anta de Campo. The Greek Freak, Giannis, is currently 8-5. It's 5-2 from the far outside. Number 8, Mark in the Box, second choice at 5-2 right now. Number 2, Love is Blue, is currently 7-2 on the board. Field is lining up and moving in behind the starting gate. Gate swings around the turn. They're just over 1/8 of a mile from the start for race 6. Off stride is number 8, Mark in the Box. The rest of them are on gate. Gate's picking up speed. There they go. And they're off and pacing and firing off the car. Misty Cove goes out quickly for the early lead. And from the inside, charging away from second position is Dustin the Others. Another breaker in the field. Off stride briefly there was Anta de Campo. So they race around the turn, headed toward the opening quarter. And at 21-1, Misty Cove shows the way. Racing in the pocket in second is Dustin the Others as they head to the opening quarter. And then My Art Belongs to Rock is further back in the field behind Love is Blue. Those are the top 4. 28-2 for the opening quarter. Coming in front of us and passing the 3/8 marker. Moving to the front, Dustin the Others. Dustin the Others takes over for Nick Rowland with Misty Cove back to second. Love is Blue third. My Art Belongs to Rock racing in the 4th position. Then we come back in the 5th spot as they swing around the turn and make their way over toward the half-mile juncture. Back there in 5th and looking to move up is Mystery Dragon. Also underway, we have Chase the Gold. Dropping back onto De Campo, has a lot of work to do from here. 6 lengths off the lead, but saving ground. Way back the trailer. Mark in the Box, the half was in 57-4. Second quarter was in 29-2. Racing on toward the final turn. Dustin the Others is the one to catch here. Dustin the Others shows the way with on the outside attacking first over Love is Blue. And dropping back in third, Misty Cove. Mystery Dragon up to 4th on the outside. Outside of My Art Belongs to Rock. And then we come further back to Chase the Gold. And on to Campo. And still way back to Mark in the Box. 3 quarters in, 1:26. Third quarter, 28-1. Turning for home on the outside, Love is Blue. On the inside, Dustin the Others. These two battling with a 16th to go. Dustin the Others digs in. Dustin the Others will not be denied. Downtown, Nick Rowland in for a double. Dustin the Others wins it over Love is Blue second. Then we had My Art Belongs to Rock third. Mystery Dragon in 4th. 154. Number 1, Dustin the Others was first. Number 2, Love is Blue second. Number 5, My Art Belongs to Rock third. It was number 3, Anta de Campo fourth. Top 4 numbers are posted 1, 2, 5, and 3. 1, 2, 5, and 3 in race 6.
deals. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed downtown, cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street like ballet. Hold up, moped to the valet, white walls on the wheels like mayonnaise. Dope, my crew is ill, and all we need.
Inquiry sign is posted concerning number 3 onto the compo. Possibility of interference while on a break. Please hold all tickets. Inquiry concerns number 3.
Dope. Killing the game, that's past the heartbeat. Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman, damn man, everybody.
Once again, we're playing downtown. Victory song for winning driver Nick Rowland back in the Gulf Shores winner's circle for race 6 tonight. Race 6 sponsored by AK Material. AK Material sponsoring race 6 for the Magnus Foundation this evening. And the winner is Dustin the Others, a 6-year-old son of J.K. End of an Era, owned by Gerald Haynes, trained by John Anderson. Again, Nick Rowland, the winning driver, driving double tonight for downtown. Nick Rowland, Dustin the Others, a winner in 1:54, a seasonal best. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the inquiry does concern the unofficial 4th place finisher, number 3, Onto de Campo. Possibility of interference to other horses while on a break just after the start. The stewards are taking a look at the racing action at the start of race number 6 concerning number 3, Onto de Campo. Please hold all tickets. There has been no change to the order of finish. The results are now official. No violations found on the part of number 3, Onto de Campo, finished 4th. Top 4 numbers will stand 1, 2, 5, and 3. It's official. Race 6, official 1, 2, 5, 3. Here are the payouts. Number 1, Dustin the Others, $10.20 to win, $4.60 and $3.40. Second, number 2, Love is Blue, $3, $2.60. Third, number 5, My Art Belongs to Rock, $5.40. $2 exacta paid $28 even. 50-cent trifecta, $56.95. 10-cent superfecta, the numbers 1, 2, 5, and 3 for the superfecta, $33.09 for a 10-cent ticket. Here's the order of finish in race 6. Number 1, Dustin the Others, the winner. Number 2, Love is Blue, second. Number 3, Onto de Campo, 4th. Number 4, Misty Cove, 6th. Number 5, My Art Belongs to Rock, 3rd. Number 6, Mystery Dragon, 5th. Number 7, Chase the Gold, 7th. Number 8, Mark in the Box, was 8th. Top down was 1, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, 8. 7th race is up next and offers daily double wagering. We have 50-cent daily double wagering here at Running Aces. No changes in races 7 or 8. 7th race is also your final 10-cent superfecta opportunity tonight. Again, in race 7, featured 50-cent daily double and 10-cent superfecta. All right, race number 6, you had 1, 2, 5, and 3 result. Dustin the others for John Anderson. Nick Rowland picking up a driving double on this evening's program. And Dustin the others, a sharp-looking win there in 154 flat. 5th career win and a career or a season's best win in 154 tonight. For Dustin the others, you had breaks, unlikely, not expected breaks from Monte DeCampo and Mark in the box, who jumped it off before the start. It was never in it, unfortunately. Lost all chance before the start with that early break behind the gate, but Monte DeCampo made a break just after the start and pretty much took himself out of contention for the win. And we'll see if those two horses can bounce back next week, but we congratulate the connections of Dustin the others. Love is Blue, a very solid effort in second. And how about Artie? My Art Belongs to Rock, a very good effort coming in off the shelf, long-time layoff, first race of the season for My Art Belongs to Rock, a sharp third-place finish. All right, on we go to race number 7, Daily Double Wagering. We want to thank once again the sponsors of tonight's 7th race, Marsh McLennan. Marsh McLennan sponsoring race 7 tonight for the Magnus Foundation. We have a field of 8 trotters here, and the top selection for me is number 2, Willamar Spark. I like this horse enough to have made her my horse of the night. She drops in class, so I am expecting the drop and pop scenario here tonight for Willamar Spark. Drops in class, faces easier competition, gets a good post position draw here, and I think she has a big chance to win. Number 2, Willamar Spark is my horse of the night. I also like number 6, Buy Me a Mercury for Nick Rowland. This one, very good effort last week in the season's debut, and I think is a must-use type of horse in this field in race 7. So the 6 is on the exacta for me. And number 7, Rush to the Bank, one of the top horses overall in this field. And if this horse is ready to roll, if he's, he's just getting his season rolling, if he's ready and he gets the right trip, I think he could be a part of this trifecta. So I'm going to go 2, 6, 7, and 5. I like Willamar Spark as my top pick tonight. 2, 6, 7, and 5 as well for Steve Lake. 6, 2, 3, and 4 for Frank Darker. The Trotters for tonight's 7th race, making their way onto the track. It starts tonight's daily double. Features the 10-cent Superfecta wager. Final chance at the Superfecta tonight. 7th race tonight, sponsored by the Magnus Foundation, by Marsh McLennan Agency. Again, Marsh McLennan Agency sponsors of race 7 for the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Here's the field. Number 1 is Elmar Spicy Talk, followed by Joshua Horvat, trained by Katie Horvat, the driver Mooney Swenson. Number 2 is Willamar Spark, owned by Jeannie Marcus and Jay DeLong, trained by Justin Amfinson with driver Rick McGee. Number 3 is Banker's Grace, owned by Geraldine Rowland, trained by Dan Rowland, the driver Scott Cisco. Number 4, Omaha Storm Chaser, owned by Wilda McDaniel, trained and driven by Justin Van Otterloo, Baby Justin on the 4. Number 5 is Poco Loki, owned by Ulf and Susan Holm Johansson. Ulf Holm Johansson, the trainer, with driver Luke Plano. Number 6, Buy Me a Mercury, owned by Dale Hine and Royal Rowland, trained and driven by Nick Rowland. Number 7, Rush to the Bank, owned by Jerry Rowland and Vicky Rush, trained by Dan Rowland, the driver Brandon Jensen. And rounding out the field is number 8, Come and Gate It, owned by Sarah Solheid and Brian Deachin and Kelly and Darren Ron, trained and driven by Brian Deachin. That's field for tonight's 7th race, start of the daily double. Post time is in 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to race 7. Post time in just over 3 minutes. Post time just over 3 minutes. Two minutes. It's your last call to wager in tonight's 7th race. Start of the daily double. You have just 1 minute till post time. Last call for race 7, 1 minute. Starting gate has moved into position for tonight's 7th race. Starters calling for the Trotters. It's post time. Horses are headed to the gate for tonight's 7th race, sponsored by the Marsh McLennan Agency for the Magnus Veterans Foundation here tonight. We want to once again thank all of the sponsors, everyone who showed up out here in a Memorial Day celebration here at Running Aces tonight to benefit the Magnus Veterans Foundation. Again, hats off to the wonderful work that Magnus does day in and day out for our veterans. We salute, we honor, we remember all who have sacrificed for our country on Memorial Day weekend. Gates rolling, post time for race 7, start of the daily double. Number 2, Willamar Spark is the 4-5 favorite. Number 6, Buy Me a Mercury, second choice at 3-1. Number 3, Banker's Grace, getting some action at 5-1. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start for race 7. Trotters lined up behind the gate. We have a field of 7 for tonight's 7th race. Field of 8, rather, and they're picking up speed. There they go. They're off and trotting, and Banker's Grace shows some early speed from between horses. Banker's Grace goes out for the lead, and toward the inside, Willamar Spark, and driving up from the outside. Here comes Rush to the Bank. So the Roland trainees, Dan Roland trainees, are battling for the lead as they race around the first turn, and Rush to the Bank and the Gladiator Brandon Jensen at a big price on the board take command. Back to second is Banker's Grace, tipping out the favorite. Willamar Spark comes on quickly from third. Poco Loki got away, rather. Omaha Storm Chaser got away in the 4th position. The opening quarter, 28-4. They make their way in front of us. Back there in 5th is Poco Loki. Further back in the 6th position is Buy Me a Mercury. Then we have Come and Gate It. And Almar Spicy Talk is the one who made a mistake around the first turn, is well back and trailing the field. Willamar Spark made the front for Rick McGee. The quarter was up in 28-4. Now they race by the half-mile juncture, and Willamar Spark is on top over Rush to the Bank second. Banker's Grace third. Omaha Storm Chaser and Poco Loki the next 2. Then we come back to Buy Me a Mercury, and further back in the field, Come and Gate It, and still well back to the breaker, Almar Spicy Talk. The half was in 58-1. Second quarter was in 29-2. Racing on to the final turn, Willamar Spark 3-5 on the board, shows the way by a length and a half. Passing 3 quarters. In the pocket second is Rush to the Bank. Buy Me a Mercury gets rolling up on the outside, coming quickly from 3rd position. Then toward the inside, Banker's Grace. Then we have Omaha Storm Chaser and Poco Loki. 3 quarters, 127-2. It's a showdown here. Willamar Spark has the lead. Buy Me a Mercury is closing in from second, with Rush to the Bank in 3rd. In the lane, coming to the wire, it's Willamar Spark on the inside with Buy Me a Mercury down to the wire. Willamar Spark. Willamar Spark holds on to win it. Buy Me a Mercury was second. Banker's Grace was third in 1:56-1. In the 7th race, photo finish called. Photo finish for win. Hold all tickets. Don't forget, we've got one more race coming up in about 15 minutes to the 8th race. Race 8 will feature high five wagering with a carryover. Race 8 has no changes. 15 minutes from now for race 8. Two, 6, 3, 4 posted. 2, 6, 3, 4.
Someday won't it ever, and someday pass on by. I'll be working here forever, at least until I die. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I'm supposed to get a raise next week, you know damn well I won't. Working for a living, working for a living, working for a living, living and working. I'm taking what they're giving, cause I'm working for a living.
And we're playing Working for a Living. Victory song for winning driver Rick McGee. Slick Rick is back to the Gulf Shores winner's circle in tonight's 7th race with the winner number 2, Willamar Spark, who trots the mile this evening in 1:56 and 1. That is a new lifetime mark, another lifetime mark on this evening's program. Willamar Spark, 1:56 and 1, 7-year-old daughter of Southwind Flash, owned by Jeannie Marcus and Jay DeLong, trained by Justin Amphison. Once again, Rick McGee, the winning driver. In race 7 tonight, sponsored by Marsh McLennan. Thank you once again to everyone from Marsh McLennan for the sponsorship for the Magnus Foundation tonight.
Busboy, bartender, ladies of the night, grease monkey, ex-junkie, winner of the fight. Walking on the streets, it's really all the same. Selling souls, rock and roll, any other game. Working for a living, working for a living, working for a living, living and working. I'm taking what they're giving, cause I'm working for a living.
It's official. Results of the 7th race are now official. The winner number 2, Willamar Spark, paying $320, $220, $210. Second, number 6, Buy Me a Mercury, $280 and $280. And third, number 3, Banker's Grace, $240. A $2 exacta, $10 even. 50-cent trifecta, $6.15. 10-cent superfecta, $5.93. Here is the order of finish in race 7. Number 1, Almar Spicy Talk, finished 8th. Number 2, Willamar Spark, the winner. Number 3, Banker's Grace, 3rd. Number 4, Omaha Storm Chaser, 4th. Number 5, Poco Loki, 6th. Number 6, Buy Me a Mercury, 2nd. Number 7, Rush to the Bank, 5th. Number 8, Come and Gate It, 7th. Top of the program down, 813-462-57. No changes. Race 8 is up next. Win Play Show, exacta, 50-cent trifecta, and 50-cent high five wagering. Okay, congratulations once again at race number 7 to Team Anfinson. Justin Anfinson, the winning trainer for Jeannie Marcus and Jay DeLong. Willamar Spark with Rick McGee in the bike comes through with a big win and holds on for victory in a new lifetime mark, 156 and 1. The lifetime records have been falling all night long. Once again, a testament to the fantastic job that our track crew, Ryan Hurtling at the helm, getting this track in perfect shape for tonight's racing. Very, very fast out there. Another new lifetime mark. Willamar Spark, 156 and 1. Logical numbers for the exacta, without a doubt. $10. Banker's Grace put in a very good race to round out the trifecta there. And Omaha Storm Chaser as well. Nice effort, finishing fourth, 2, 6, 3, and 4 in race number 7. Horse of the night comes through for yours truly as well. On we go to race number 8, and we have the high five wager just under $1,000. Juicy little carryover coming in to this race because we had less of a carryover than that on Thursday night. And we wound up having something like $15,000 in new money added. We'll see what happens here in race 8 tonight, but definitely has a chance for a big pool and possibly a big payout in the high five wager as well. All right, I'm on number 6 as my top selection here. Norabelle, very, very good effort on Running Ace's debut for the season last time out. Just a solid effort. And a similar effort to that one for Norabelle tonight, I think, gets the victory. So the 6 is my top selection. Second pick for me is number 2, Whatever It Takes 2. Saying don't sleep on this horse. A great season last year. And this one, if he's ready, definitely one of the fastest horses in this field. So he's just getting his season going. But if he's ready to go tonight, Whatever It Takes 2 could definitely be on the ticket here. And then we'll go to number 8 here, and that is Best in Shadow. Made a nice showing in the first local debut at Running Aces for a solid third, and I think gets the nod for third pick here off of that recent effort right here at Running Aces. So top 3 horses for me, 6, 2, and 8, going with Norabelle. Underneath for the high five, certainly a lot of places to look for 4th and 5th position, but I'm on 6, 2, 8, 9, and 5. Steve Lake on 2, 6, 8, 5, and 4. And Frank Drucker on 6, 2, 8, 5, and 4. So all of us fairly similar here with the 2, 6, and 8 in our selections. Good luck here in race number 8. Again, it features high five wagering. And don't forget to join us on Tuesday night for Dollar Night. First race on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. We've got $1 hot dogs, $2 beers, other specials for $1 as well. And we have some free bet drawings on Tuesdays as well. So we'll have a lot of fun on Tuesday as well, 7 o'clock for the first race. We do have one possibility tonight for a jackpot in the 20-cent pick 5. One possibility tonight for a jackpot in the pick 5, and that is with number 5, Big Rex Sally. Otherwise, there will be a jackpot carryover for Tuesday night. Ladies and gentlemen, our outrider here at Running Aces is Terry Scott. The outriding horse this evening is Cowboy. Pacers for tonight's 8th race, stepping onto the track for the post parade. No changes. Win, play, show. Exacta, 50-cent trifecta, and 50-cent high five wagering. Number 1 is Melody Valley. Owned, trained, and driven by Brett Erickson, Brett the Jet. Number 2 is Whatever It Takes To, owned by Stephen Chambers and Brett Ballinger. Brett Ballinger trains with Brady J. Brady Jensen driving. Number 3 is 6 Curves, owned by Larry and Brent Feilbach and Claire Vandenberg. Larry Feilbach, the trainer. Nick Rowland, the driver. Number 4 is Too Much. Too Much is owned by QKS Racing and trained by Quentin Schneider. Rick McGee, Slick Rick, is driving Colby. That's Too Much. Number 5 is Big Risk Sally. Amanda Frazier owns and trains and also owns with Mazzy Cisco. Scott Cisco, the Cisco kid, drives. Number 6 is Nora Bell, owned by trainer Rick Bertrand in partnership with Doug Flores and Amy Fichtner. Casey Leonard, Captain Casey in the sulky. 7, Dust on the Bottle, owned and trained by Jenny King with driver Brian Deachin, Brian the Assassin. Number 8 is Best in Shadow, owned by Gary and Kay Rath, trained and driven by Gary Rath. And number 9 is Sweet Cali Cat, owned by Scott Ehrlich, trained by Kathy Plested with Mooney Swenson. That is the field for tonight's 8th race. It's the Sunday nightcap. They're at the gate in 5 minutes. You have just 5 minutes to race 8. Post time at just over 3 minutes. Just over 3 minutes to race 8. 2 minutes. Post time in 1 minute, just 1 minute. He's starting gate, moving into position for tonight's 8th race. Starters calling for the Pacers. It's your last call to wager. Pacers are at the gate. It's post time. Gates rolling. Field is lining up and moving in for tonight's finale. The big favorite on the board currently at 3-5 is number 2, Whatever It Takes 2. Couple of co-second choices here, 5-1 each for number 5, Big Risk Sally, and number 6, Norabelle. Rest of the fields right now, double-digit long shots. They're 1/8 of a mile from the start. A full field of 9, and they're all in line behind the starting gate at Running Aces for tonight's 8th race, the 50-cent High Five finale on this Sunday Memorial Day weekend program. There they go. They're off and pacing. Norabelle flashes speed from the outside, and from the inside, Whatever It Takes 2 is away quickly as they dash into the first turn with 6 curves getting away in the 3rd position as they head around the turn, headed towards the opening quarter-mile mark. Dropping in 3rd there, 6 curves, racing away in the 4th position as they make their way toward the opening quarter-mile mark and make their way to the quarter that toward the inside is going to be Too Much, who's next in line as they race past the opening quarter in 29 seconds flat and make their way in front of us for the first time. Headed towards the 3/8 marker, up top and showing the way as they pass us is Norabelle. That's the 6-horse Norabelle with the lead. Racing in second is Whatever It Takes 2, still in line in the 3rd position as they round the turn. Racing toward the next post at the half, that is 6 curves. And then we have Best in Shadow as well. Up into the top positions, they're halfway home in 58-2. Second quarter was in 30 seconds even. Make their way down the backstretch now and head towards the 5/8 marker, still up top and showing the way. It is Norabelle with command of the field in the pocket in second. That is still Whatever It Takes 2. Then we have 6 curves and Best in Shadow as they race down the backstretch. Then toward the inside, Big Risk Sally. Up on the outside, trying to advance his Dust on the Bottle. Also getting away from the back of the pack, Best in Shadow, Sweet Cali Cat, as well. 3 quarters, 128-3. Third quarter in 29-1. Coming toward the top of the stretch, Nora Bell still has the lead, but not for long. Whatever it takes to, taking a big shot on the outside. 6 Curves is right there in third. Whatever it takes to, forges to a lead in mid-stretch. Whatever it takes to on the outside, closing up fast is 6 Curves at a huge price, but it was whatever it takes to win it. Over 6 Curves flying late, Nora Bell third, and Best in Shadow 157-2. Photo finish called in tonight's 8th race. Hold all tickets. Photo finish called.
At least until I die. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I'm supposed to get a raise next week, you know damn well I won't. Working for a living, working for a living.
23684 posted. 23684.
'Cause I'm working for a living. Hey, I'm not complaining 'cause I really need to work, but hitting up my buddies got me feeling like a jerk. $100 car note, 200 rent. I get a check on Friday, but it's already spent. Working for a living.
Moon Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E so I could get some phones rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you skirts know what's up with 213.
So I hooked select on 21 and Lewis, some brothers shooting dice. So I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some, so I said, I'm stuck.
Since these girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so
Once
hard.
again, we're playing Regulate, a victory song for Brady Jensen, a driving double on this evening's program for current leading driver Brady Jensen. Back to the winner's circle in tonight's 8th race with Whatever It Takes To. After a mile in 157-1, that's the first lifetime win for Whatever It Takes To, a 3-year-old gelded son of Easy Again. At the Party at Arts Place mare that everyone remembers here at Running Aces, top open pacing mare years ago. Party Hangover 2, Whatever It Takes To, owned by Stephen Chambers and Brett Ballinger. Brett Ballinger, the winning trainer. Brady Jensen, the winning driver again. 157-1 for Whatever It Takes To. It's official. Race 8, official. Here are the payouts in race number 8. The winner number 2, Whatever It Takes To, $260, $220, $210. Second number 3, 6 Curves, $14.40 and $5. Third number 6, Nora Bell, $220. $2 exact to $35.40. Place pick all tonight, $10.08. 50-cent high five, $327.55. $2 exact to $35.40. 50-cent trifecta, $21.75. 50-cent double, $1. $2 double, $4. Pick 5 jackpot carryover, $3,538.15. That will be the starting jackpot for Tuesday night in the Pick 5 jackpot. Pick 3, $8.65. Pick 4, $11.85. 20-cent pick 5 with multiple winners, $156. Again, that was for the 20-cent pick 5 payout with multiple winners tonight. Here is the order of finish in tonight's 8th race. Number 1, Melody Valley was 9th. Number 2, Whatever It Takes to the winner. Number 3, 6 Curves, 2nd. Number 4, Too Much, 5th. Number 5, Big Risk Sally, 6th. Number 6, Norabelle, 3rd. Number 7, Dust on the Bottle was 8th. Number 8, Best in Shadow, 4th. Number 9, Sweet Cali Cat was 7th. Top of the program down, it was 9, 1, 2, 5, 6, 3, 8, 4, and 7. That concludes the live racing action here at Running Aces tonight. Again, thank you everyone for joining us on our Memorial Day weekend program tonight. It was a great card of racing and a lot of fun out here this evening with a great crowd. Hope to see you all back here on Tuesday night for Dollar Night. First race on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Casino action goes 24/7 here at Running Aces, and of course simulcast racing is also available day and evening, 7 days a week in the racebook as well. We'll see you out here again, live racing on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for Dollar Night. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's sole survivor winner was Mark Hewich from North Branch. Congratulations, Mark Hewich from North Branch, tonight's sole survivor winner. Please report to the front desk to claim your prize. Again, sole survivor winner tonight, Mark Hewich. Mark Hewich, please report once again to the front desk. Again, Soul Survivor winner Mark Hewich, please report back to the front desk. Thank you.